Welcome to Beans and Breakdowns, a podcast dedicated to bridging the gap between specialty coffee and the heavy music community. On this episode, I'm joined by Hannah and Giuliano of the band Crosscheck.
So grab a fresh cup of coffee and wake the fuck up. What's going on, Caffeinated Crew? On this episode, I'm joined by two dear friends of mine. It's Hannah and Giuliano from Crosscheck. What's up?
Hey, Grayson.
Hey. This is off to a wonderful start.
Yeah.
Giuliano's already had to change his shirt, and Hannah's the most professional one. So we're
I
all
can be
good.
professional. Like, here, I'm starting. There we go.
I don't think you can be professional. How's the morning been?
It's been good. I woke up to my cat suckling on my pillow.
Yes.
And making biscuits. And yeah, it was great.
Wonderful. That's a wonderful way to wake up.
We're just
morning.
cuddling with it.
Yeah.
And then Lemmy joined in too to be not devilish for once. So that's nice. Not Lemmy Motorhead. Lemmy, my other cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's dead.
And
rest in peace.
Oh, yeah. The actual Lemmy, not your cat. That was very confusing. Hannah, how's your morning been?
Morning's been good. Woke up early, went to grab a coffee. Just relaxing.
That's Saturday morning, just chilling.
Yeah.
I'm almost done nursing a hangover.
What do you mean?
I went out last night. My wife went out with some work peoples.
Okay.
And sometimes when she goes out with work peoples from the
She
States,
allows you
I
to
like
come?
to. Yes.
That's nice.
She says to come. And I got to rub shoulders with, I've met a friend who like works with the studio, but he lives in California, and he comes like, you fucked up my brain right now. He like comes into town every like 3 months or so. And so we went out and I hung out, but he's been making AI country music. He's released like,
Oh, that sounds terrible.
it's actually, so he writes all the lyrics, and he like, basically if there's like a section in the song, he told me his whole process last night, which I found pretty interesting because he doesn't play music, but he likes to write lyrics.
I see.
And so instead of like finding a band and trying to do all this stuff, he's like, well, I'm just going to continue to be creative in my lyric writing and put it on the AI and make like, keep tweaking sections until I like the song. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't give a shit if anyone listens to it, but like, I want to do it because it's an outlet for me. And I was like, well, that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, down to the root, that's kind of like any artist who makes music. Like, I know we like to like put our music out there, but like essentially you do make music for yourself anyway. And it's kind of a bonus if anyone else fucks with it.
It's true.
Yeah. Oh shit. Actual person showed up to this gig. I always expect 0 people to come. You know?
Don't.
Yeah, I always set the bar really low, so I'm never like disappointed.
That is not true. Y'all are like one of the most beloved Montreal hardcore bands.
Yeah, but I don't like getting my hopes up.
I always hope that a couple people show up.
Yeah, that's you.
I would hope.
There.
Like, I would hope. I'm grateful to everyone who does like show up, but like, just so I don't feel disappointed, even though I block out when I play drums and I don't even notice if anyone's there.
You're blackout drunk when you play drums?
No, I don't black out drunk. I'm playing and I'm like so focused on my space that I really don't even notice. Like, I didn't notice Charlie get knocked out at the gig we played with Bad Beat.
That's sick.
I was like just playing. I also had one eye because it was a Halloween show, but yeah, I wouldn't have noticed that even if I had both.
I wouldn't have noticed that even if I had both. Giuliano, you're just gold.
Huh?
You're gold. It's like,
Thanks.
I don't know why we didn't do this sooner. Because the shit that comes out of your mouth is pretty crazy.
The possible outcomes of it. That's why.
What are we drinking? What's going on? What Hannah, you start because Giuliano's talked like 80% of this.
I am having a red eye. I am a red eye girly. I went to Victor Rose, which is an espresso bar in the Point Claire Village because I live in the West Island.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, good coffee, kind of fruity, which is not my fave, but as long as it's strong, I'm good.
Red eyes are like the strongest drink.
Yeah.
Shout out Victor Rose. They carry Rabbit Hole, like Victor Rose. I used to work in Point Claire, so
Oh, no way.
on my lunch break, sometimes I'd run over there and get coffee.
Yeah.
Instead of a double. What are you drinking, Giuliano?
Me, bro. I'm drinking espresso. See the little cup. I have my espresso machine at home. It has a little Italian flag on it. This is an audio podcast, but for the people, it's a nice cup, a small little espresso cup, a shot with an Italian flag on it. And I start my day with two, like right away. As soon as I get up, I turn on the machine, have two straight espressos, take my shower, and try my best.
You don't drink the coffee in the shower with a cigarette?
No, I used to have shower beers though, not in the morning.
Yeah. It's after work. That's an after work activity.
That's an after work thing. Like I forget which TV show I heard it from, but like they described it so beautifully, like the hot water and the steam. I think it was Bob's Burgers, actually. Maybe.
I haven't seen that episode, but maybe I just missed it.
Yeah, but it's like the hot water and the steam hitting you with a nice cold beer. But yeah, I don't do that often. I don't have that type of issue.
It's like dirtbag behavior, I feel like.
Yeah, that's more my vibe, if anything. But I don't do the beer in the shower. I'll have one before and one after.
You got
straight up. Oh wait, actually, you know what?
We're not a straight edge band, if you're wondering.
Nobody is straight edge.
Nobody.
In their heart.
Nobody's wondering if we're straight edge. I always have beer.
That's
People
true.
have wondered if I was straight edge. I remember I was at a bridge gig once, and I had a 6-pack like taped to my belt, and someone come up to me and was like, "Dude, did you break edge?" I'm like, "What?" Like, oh, they just assumed I was straight edge, I guess.
Can't break edge if you never were.
I guess I sometimes very highly consider becoming edge because it's very simple. Like, it's very easy for me. I don't do drugs. I don't really desire to, and I drink socially, so it's very easy for me to eliminate. And I love like Earth Crisis, so it goes great.
It's true.
Together.
I ponder sometimes, especially when I have 3 drinks and wake up with a hangover and I don't know why.
I never had that problem, so maybe I don't know.
The thick Italian blood.
That's possible, yeah.
I have weak Northern European blood. So.
What are you drinking, Grayson?
Oh yeah, that's very polite.
My favorite roaster from Montreal.
Oh, yes.
Zab. No, just kidding. It's not my favorite. I usually don't like them. I just
Beef.
don't like. It's not beef. I just don't like the aura. They're in like every fucking cafe. And I feel like they want to be metal so bad, but they're not. But they are, but they're not.
You hate the aura of their cafe?
No, I hate the aura of like their brand in general. But their bags are so nice. Like, this pisses me off to no end how nice their bags are.
Yeah, that is pretty nice.
Whoever they hired to be their full-time graphic designer, like A+.
Yeah.
But this is Wush Wush. It's
Hell yeah.
It's a natural Ethiopian coffee, and it tastes like black cherry, caramel, and vanilla.
Fun.
It's a really good coffee. So I can't. I'm just a hater.
Sipping on that haterade.
They've been around for so long though. Like, they're like one of the OG Montreal like third wave coffee roasters.
Well, my coffees from Balance are good friends there.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that
You're Grayson from Balance. Oh my God.
I was hoping that world wouldn't cross over into this one.
Oh, does the world not know about this? Did I just break the fourth wall?
I don't know if the podcast world knows about, like, people in Montreal know about it because it's in everyone's feed apparently.
Grayson from Balance?
Wait, what's that? Is that a meme?
I make memes of Grayson
he's
from Balance.
made it a meme. I kind of would rather post the memes that you make instead of the videos that are telling people the useful information about the coffee.
That's so funny.
Because I already feel like I feel like I know. I feel like generally I just look stupid already, and then just watching that is like, wow, I really do look like
Nah,
that and sound like
you don't
that.
look stupid. I'll be
Yeah, I do.
honest.
No,
I
I do.
tell you,
Okay, I
if
appreciate it.
anything, I'm honest.
Yeah, so there's memes apparently. I wish that
Love
you would
that.
just post them and then like tag Balance and be like what Grayson from Balance actually is, and then it's just
Yeah.
it'd be like, is it AI or is it not?
It's for your, well, I posted it once on your birthday.
That's true.
It was just, yeah, it was just that video of you glitching saying, I'm Grayson from Balance.
Um, so usually I talk about local coffee, but Hannah, I know that you're a Victor Rose person because that's the only place in the West Island
Yeah.
to get coffee.
There's like a couple other places like near the train stations,
Oh.
but like in terms of like little cafes, like Victor Rose is the only one that I'll like occasionally go to. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a cute spot though.
Yeah. I did live in the plateau for a bit, and I lived right around the corner from Dispatch on Duluth.
Love Dispatch.
And loved Dispatch for a hot minute, loved Ngamba when I was living down there. But I'm just not able to get that nasty, delicious coffee anymore.
I barely go over there anymore as it is because I'm always in Verdun. Where do you get coffee, Giuliano?
If I'm feeling cheap, I'll just go to IGA and get like Cimo, CIMO. It's an Italian coffee.
That's not good.
I know. I just need something bitter for me in the morning to wake me up. But if I'm feeling really good, like, and I'm feeling like, I don't know, like I want to do something cool, I go to Balance and I see Grayson from Balance.
Oh my God.
Oh, recently, yeah. Usually I would see Julia from Deadbolt.
Yeah.
She used to work there, and she used to give me the beans.
You're the beans.
Yeah, I got into coffee like relatively very late, actually. It was like right before pandemic, of course, and I was just trying to do. I was going to like, I was training a lot for boxing, and I just needed like a natural way because I tried taking pre-workout, and it would mess me up. So I tried getting like a natural energy, and up until that point, I think how old was I? Like 17. I got into boxing very late, but yeah, up until that point, I haven't really drank coffee. And then like my brain needs like some sort of psychological reason to drink coffee. So like I would go on Google, WebMD. Oh, coffee has antioxidants or shit like that. And like I would like placebo myself to feel like the good natural effects of coffee. So that's when I started taking too much caffeine and too much espresso.
It's good for your heart though. It has heart. Yeah, it has like positive heart.
I have heart
effect. I love half heart.
Yeah.
Was that when you were living you were in RDP?
Yeah, East End, bro. I'm like the only person from the East End in the hardcore scene, so it's great.
Yeah, bro. I used to live in RDP. I used to go box.
Not even in RDP though. I used to travel either to Montreal North or West Island because my trainer was from, where is he from? He was from Vaudreuil. So already there, his gym was already a 20 to 30 minute drive from him, which was in West Island. So I'd go there. Like I'm like, when you find a trainer in boxing that you really like vibe with, you follow them around. So I told him, okay, wherever you are, I'll come and train with you. And I used to go to the West Island gym. It wasn't called West Island Gym. JKS, yeah. So I used to go there, train with him 5 times a week. It was sick. I loved it. But
the new roaster that we're building out is across the street from Donnybrook.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's gonna give me. See, I've struggled with the fact that like going back into boxing, but I know if I do go back, I can't do it like a weekend dad type thing where like I go there just to hit the heavy bag and that sure was fun and like go home. Like if I get back into it, because when I was in it, And when I say I got into boxing relatively late, it's like you can never get into anything too late. But for the purposes that I got into it, like I was competing, I got it. That's 17 is very late. Mm-hmm. And I immersed myself in it. So like 5 days a week training, not counting going to the gym and doing like strength and conditioning exercises. That was on my own time. But yeah, it was crazy. And and when I say struggle to like think if I want to go back, is just I don't want to be like that type of obsessive person. And I was like a self-isolating person there and during that time where like I wouldn't see it. I would go to work, go to gym, go to sleep and do that. Like it was crazy. It's a mentality type thing. And not that I'm afraid that I'll step back into that, like, I don't know, isolation type mentality, but it's always a possibility. And I kind of like the person I am now and the person I was back then. I wasn't a terrible person. I was just a very like this is going to sound weird, but like I would get into a ring just to spar and I'd be like, okay, it's a possibility I could die and that's fine. And that's the type of mentality you got to have to be an actual fighter.
That's pretty heavy. I trained boxing just to work out, and it was really good.
I wish I could be like you.
I lost like 40 pounds.
Yeah. Originally, I started it to lose weight.
It's a good workout.
I actually started in pro wrestling to lose weight.
I should do
that. So
like
I have my good friend Drew Onyx in the torture chamber in Montreal. Well, he was in Montreal North, then he was in Saint Michel, then now he's somewhere in Laval. But like, yeah, he really helped me in like a fitness journey. I tried becoming a pro wrestler. I couldn't get on to the choreographical sense of it. But that's where I met my boxing trainer at that gym because he would come there and help us with strength and conditioning. And then I just started doing full-time boxing training. But boxers are crazy people. Boxers, pro wrestlers, and hardcore people are all insane people. I've never been around normal people. And maybe that explains me.
You're just not normal.
No. But I'm
That's
special.
a weird dude.
That's a weird ass dude over there. Look at him. Got a hole in his shirt.
Not anymore.
So we're 20 minutes in and we have talked about so much boxing and
like, really
played clips from Instagram.
Yeah.
Hannah, how did you get into the heavier music stuff?
Oh my God. Well, I always like listen to like, I would say like heavy adjacent music growing up. Like I was listening to like, my sister would like, she was the one who introduced me to heavy music. She's 2 years older than me. She would listen to like Kill Switch Engage and Eyes Set to Kill, which if you know that band, yeah. And I like just like loved my sister. I still do, and I like wanted to be like her. So I like forced myself to like it, even though I really didn't. Like I was like at that point listening to like Jonas Brothers and like
wait, which album?
Like I was the one that has SOS on it.
Yes.
Wait, you like Jonas Brothers?
Oh, I'm a Joe Bro fanatic.
Yeah. This is really embarrassing. And this is probably like the most girlhood thing about me is that I had like a J14 poster in my bedroom growing up. And before going to bed, I would like give a kiss to whichever Jonas brother I liked at that time. And sometimes I would kiss Kevin because I felt bad that nobody liked him.
My sister loved Kevin. Like non-ironically, she really liked Kevin a lot.
The hair like was weird for me. Mm-hmm. I liked Nick. Nick was
maybe she felt like the least competition for Kevin. So
maybe so. Yeah. But yeah. Nick played drums and guitar, and I was like, that's a talented guy.
Yeah.
But then come to find out that Kevin wrote most of the music.
Yeah.
So
Kevin's a baller.
He really is.
But
I saw them live 2 years ago.
Hell yeah. I don't think I could justify spending money on like a concert like because it was like Bell Center, right? Or Place Bell. Yeah. So it's like it just feels like so far away.
Well,
you know?
Oh, because you're from the West Island, it takes like 8
No,
hours to
no.
get
I
to
no,
mean,
like
like,
in the
it's
downtown.
venue.
Oh,
Bestie, I mean, like when you're like in the arena watching, you see like a spec on stage and you're paying like $90, $100.
yeah,
It's not
you
that
wish.
bad.
That's
Yeah.
cheap.
No, I paid 100 for tickets,
Yeah.
but I also saw the Killers for $100.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
So that was like one of the best concerts ever.
Mm.
But yeah, the Jonas Brothers, and it was
Yeah.
weird because like Nancy went with me. It was kind of like a birthday present to myself.
Yeah.
And then she was like kind of alarmed at the fact that I knew all of the lyrics to the first 3 albums.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to look like a Jonas Brother.
Yeah. 100%. I relate to that.
I think you sent me a picture of yourself when you were 16, and I could like attest to the fact that you definitely wanted to look like a Jonas Brother.
It was a mix of like Jonas Brother and Ollie Sykes from Bring Me the Horizon. Anyway, after the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, after the Jonas Brothers, so like my sister kind of brought me into that world, and all of my friends were listening to like I said, like kind of like heavy adjacent music. So I was like listening to a lot of like Of Mice and Men, The Devil Wears Prada, that type of like Warped Tour type of stuff, and then got introduced to La Dispute, and La Dispute is my favorite band of all time. And I remember when I first listened to La Dispute, I was like, this is just like noise and I hate it. But I like was like intrigued by it. And the more I listened to it, the more I liked it. And like the lyricism of that. So like for a while I was like, just like floating in the La Dispute, Touche, Pianos Become the Teeth, like that era of, well, not era, that pocket. And yeah, like it was really only like post COVID that I started listening to hardcore. I went to an Under the Bridge show with Felix, my partner, and I think it was Category 514. It was like the first one back.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah. And that was my first time. Like, I remember I used to like see like videos and photos on Tumblr of like small room shows and thinking like, oh my God, like that's so crazy that doesn't exist where I'm from. Like I had no idea about like local DIY at all. And then went to the Bridge show and I was like, what the fuck is this? This is
sick.
awesome. And yeah.
I almost got in a fight at that show.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I was crowd killing.
Oh.
Oh, crowd killing.
For Category 514.
I'm a pro crowd killer, but
Giuliano, I spoke to Giuliano before the podcast and I said, can we not bring up crowd killing? Because we're just going to end up fighting. No, not you, but like me and Giuliano just like kind of go at it about that and butt heads a bit.
Listen, I don't think that it's for every band and every show.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that it has its place in certain like controlled things. I don't think you should just go around like knocking people out. That's not cool.
Yeah. Like I'll crowd kill for Death Threat. I'm not going to crowd kill.
Why are you crowd killing? First of all, no. Death Threat is not the crowd kill band.
I know, but I just like being violent sometimes.
Yeah, but they're not a violent. That like even Aaron would be like, why are you crowd killing for Death Threat? That's fucking weird. You crowd kill for like reality denied.
Oh, definitely. I just want to say, like, I don't know if everyone knows who Reality Denied is. Are they
30K monthly listeners? Everybody knows who they are.
Okay, sick. Yeah. So, like,
But
any chance I get the crowd kill,
like
if there's a breakdown,
if
there's a breakdown, I'm gonna do it.
But you don't crowd kill for like Touche or more.
No,
like,
definitely
not.
not.
Fucking
like
weird.
I there's a huge soft spot in my heart for a push mosh because it's just like chaotic people having fun. Like, fuck, let people do what they want with their bodies, but like don't. Like I say that, and I know Giuliano's like, okay, so let me crowd kill, but like let people do what they want with their bodies within fucking reason. Okay.
Yeah. So,
like I'm not going to seek out the person at the back of the room trying to just like nod their head to the heavy show and involve them when I know they don't want to.
Oh, I'll do that.
You will?
Yeah.
I could have Josh. You know, if Josh is standing in the back of the room, I'll do that.
Oh,
to
I'll
him.
target Josh. Yeah. I asked him, I was texting him earlier because he keeps sharing music from all of the Montreal bands.
Yeah.
So he shared the Desecrate record, and I was like, "You want to kiss all of them, don't you?" And he was like, "No."
No.
No, and it's like the least convincing no you've ever heard.
Yeah, it's like no, and it's like that's not a good defense. I know that you want to kiss them, but you'll have to stand on your tippy toes because they're all a lot taller than him.
Mm.
Quite tall.
Yeah. So Hannah, your trajectory is very like not similar so much, but there was that era where everyone in hardcore was actually into La Dispute
Mm-hmm.
and Balance and Composure and Citizen and Turnover and Run for Cover bands. So I definitely fell in 2014, 2015. I was in that realm very, very heavy.
Yeah.
Like I played in an emo band too.
Hell yeah.
Or emo, quote unquote,
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah,
like
quote unquote.
Balance. Yeah, that's cool. I like that story. The I Set to Kill is like a
I Set to Kill is such a deep cut, and like I listen now and I like there's two things that happen in my body. I dually am wondering like how there was ever any part of me that like felt attached to it. And then at the same time, I know all the lyrics and there's this like wave of nostalgia. I'm just like fully invested in this music.
That's like the scene core bands that like I'll revisit. Like I'll go back and listen to a Skylit Drive.
Yeah.
I'm like, why the fuck do I know these songs still?
Yeah.
Like this is horrible. But
the part of your brain where algebra should be is those lyrics, I guess. You know?
Yeah, that's why when I tried to do algebra last year, I couldn't do it because it was it's just a Skylit Drive lyrics.
Exactly, playing on repeat.
I just want to take it out. I'll leave the space for Emery, but everything else can go. Giuliano, how long were you listening to Lamb of God before you found hardcore? No, I'm just kidding. What was your?
I love Lamb of God.
It's like your favorite fucking band.
They're the fucking best, dude.
But Chris
I don't care
Adler,
what anyone says.
Chris Adler's objectively a good drummer.
Why do you say it like that?
He's objectively like a good drummer. I remember
he's
watching.
Amazing.
When I was starting to play metal, I was watching his videos because he had the Axis longboards.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
it's Chris Adler, Dave Lombardo, and Peter Criss that made me want to play drums. So
what was the band that set you on the metal path?
The band that set me on the metal path. I started listening to heavy music when I was like 12, but like I would have to like listen to it very secretively because I didn't want my parents to maybe hear that I'm playing or listening to this scary, abrasive music. Mm-hmm. Are you frozen, Grayson?
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So like, it was like Children of Bodom. Lamb of God was like literally from one of the day ones. Wings of Plague.
Wait, Winds of Plague with the keyboard era?
I don't recall.
They had the girl that played the keyboard when they were like doing the Warped Tour stuff.
It was like I started listening to Wings of Plague maybe like in 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not great with dates, but
it's because you got hit in the head too many times.
Yeah. Most likely, but yeah, it was Lamb of God from the start, but like up until then, like in elementary school, I was listening to like my cousin would give me AC/DC CDs and like Kiss CDs, and I thought, oh, this is what? Hey,
so heavy.
Kiss, couple tracks.
Kiss, like as a band, I enjoy just because like it's a joke, but everybody's in on it.
Yeah, but like think about it. How like when you're like 10 or 11 years old and you hear Kiss for the first time, it's like, oh, this is really cool. And then you see their imagery. I have all of Kissology on DVD.
Oh my God.
I love Kiss, dude. Like you got to respect your roots. Don't be ashamed of where you came from.
I just didn't expect this.
You didn't?
No.
No? Okay, then.
No, but I find that it explains some things.
What do you mean? Like
some things, you know.
Some things.
I'm just kidding. I think so. I like the duality of Kiss trying to look like really like metal and crazy
Yeah.
and like horror themed almost, but then the music is not heavy really.
Well, it's like Ghost.
Yeah.
You look
Yeah,
at
it's
Ghost and
exactly
you
like
think it's
Ghost.
like this is black metal, right? And then you listen to it, it's like disco.
It's like jazz rock.
Yeah. But like now you're gonna go on a tangent because I was very antisocial as a kid. So when I said I'm into Kiss, that means like I would spend my free time on their Wikipedia page from the beginning of their history all the way to the last update. So like they were inspired by like New York Dolls, Alice Cooper, that type of like shocking quote. Shock rock, yeah. I don't know if New York Dolls is considered shock rock, but
Alice Cooper is though for sure.
yeah, definitely Alice Cooper. But like the band Alice Cooper, not Alice Cooper, the solo product, you know?
Yeah, when they were like the band.
The band Alice Cooper.
Mhm.
And then Alice Cooper eventually changed his name to Alice Cooper full time. But yeah, it's just from those moments, like Gene Simmons spitting the blood, it's like, whoa, this is crazy. Like as a 10-year-old seeing that. And then I went to high school and my friend Michael showed me some heavier stuff. Like he showed me Lamb of God. He showed me Wings of Plague. I started getting into that. I saw a senior kid wearing a shirt that said Cannibal Corpse. So like, I'm like, huh, that looks cool. It was like some sort of zombie, obviously. On his shirt. So I just went home and I listened to a Cannibal Corpse album. At first, I didn't like it because I was like, what the hell is this? I think it was Chris Barnes era. So I was like,
yeah, it's
like
the worst one.
Shit. But then I like the George Fisher type, but Cannibal Corpse, sick riffs. And then in 2010, I discovered Nails. Yeah. Like when Unsilent Death first came out, I heard that because I was doing like looking on music reviews on YouTube. This page called Jumble Junkie Music. I don't know if you've ever remember that guy?
No.
Okay, yeah. He would review like the newest like heavy releases, and one of them he did Unsilent Death, and the album cover was so sick. And I'm the type who judges a book by its cover. So I saw that album cover, I listened to it. This was insane, especially how old was I? I was 14 when I found Nails, and I was thinking about this question because I thought you'd ask us this. So I came to the realization maybe Nails. Do we consider Nails hardcore?
That's metal. Well,
it's metal, yeah.
It's kind of like grindcore.
It's Todd Jones is,
it's grindcore.
Hardcore. It is power violence, grindcore.
I'd put it in grind, but it's got a power violence vibe to it.
Definitely, but
I think it floats in metal a lot more than in like hardcore. But it's just that
it's played by hardcore people.
That's what I mean. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Like Gate Creeper is death metal, but it's played by like skaters and hardcore guys.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so is Gates
to Hell. Oh, sick.
New record came out. I think it's a new track.
When?
I just saw it pop up yesterday.
Oh, no way.
For Gates to Hell?
Yeah, I love Gates to Hell.
They're sick. So yeah, it was from that moment of Nails where I discovered like really abrasive, scary sounding stuff. Then I got into like Primitive Man and Full of Hell. And I was that's it. It's a long history, but Lamb of God, number one. I'll never not love Lamb of God. When I'm sad or bored, I watch the Lamb of God CBGB set from 2002, and it is so sick. It is sick, man. Come on.
Listen, the early Lamb of God stuff is raw. Like it's
like Burn the Priest, the New American Gospel, Ashes of the Wake, As the Palaces Burn. Like that's a four release like run. I try to find anyone that could like rival that. You probably could, but I'm biased here, you know.
I don't know. In metal, I find it very difficult to be as consistent as they've been.
Yeah, they're the only big show that if they come to town, I'll go see, because I get anxiety sometimes when I'm in a big room with a lot of people that I don't recognize. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only one time that I felt like I was about to die at a show was actually a Lamb of God show. So
I remember you texting me.
Yeah.
That you had to go to the medical tent because
I went too hard.
I was like, for Lamb of God?
dude, now you've got something to die for. Like, come on.
I do like the video of Mitch Lucker's memorial show where they where Randy
Yes.
Blythe does the YOLO.
You only live once, yeah.
And that was such a strange crossover for me because like Suicide Silence is like one of my favorite heavy bands. That's like one that I was listening to a lot.
That's another one I forgot to mention with the Wings of Plague and All Shall
Suicide
Perish.
Silence?
Another one. Remember All Shall Perish? The
Well, yeah,
Price of
'cause,
Existence album.
Eddie is the vocalist for Suicide Silence now.
Yeah.
So All Shall Perish. I was never into them, but I kind of listened to them after Eddie joined Suicide Silence. I was like, oh, this is good.
All Shall Perish is the reason why I started playing more like heavy extreme drums, because the song Wage Slave, even though it starts with a cowbell, is so sick.
We like the cowbell.
Yeah, we
I love
do.
a cowboy.
We need more
cowboy.
You do like a cowboy.
No, but cowbell. Every time I die, cowbell.
See, this is my like. I respect ETID. I understand what they did. They were very big where I'm from, but so is He Is Legend. And to me, He Is Legend is like up top.
I don't think
And
I've
Norma
listened to
Jean.
He Is Legend. Norma Jean.
Sick.
Yeah.
I figure if you're with Felix, you have to like Norma Jean. I think
Well,
that's
yeah,
Chariot.
that's the thing. Like I was lucky enough to like have like somebody who like was so deeply entrenched in hardcore to like pick out things that he thought that I would like from bands. So like I like this week, all this week I've been listening to so much Zayo and the Chariot and Norma Jean and like it's just, yeah. There's no way to separate like Felix as a person from music like that.
Christcore.
like when I look at him, that's all I can envision. Him and Matt Savage. I look at them and I'm like, you guys, if we knew each other in like 2009, horrible, bad. It's better
Breaking
now.
the fourth wall.
I would have been in Breaking the Fourth Wall.
John
Either that
was.
or Watch for Wolves. I would have been in one of those bands because I was in a band that sounded like Watch for Wolves. So, yeah, that's very special. The
You probably
Chariot,
will have liked For Today. They're like this Christian deathcore band.
I like their first 3 records.
Those
I went to see
Christians,
them.
man, they have sick breakdowns sometimes.
Everybody needs to put some respect on Christcore because without that, we would not have modern metalcore.
Yeah.
As I Lay Dying.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's not. Okay. You know, hiring a hitman to kill your wife, not cool. Objectively not cool.
Art from the artist.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
He wasn't doing that during that first record. And that's the best record.
No,
the one that's
the
like
roids got to him.
clearly fake drums, but sounds amazing. And the first 3 Under Oath records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even the what's the one before? Active Depression, the deathcore record they put out. You can find it, I think, on Spotify now. That was a good record. Anyway, this is your first time being a vocalist, isn't it, Henry?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did you want to do this?
She didn't.
I really didn't. Like obviously like when I was younger would go to shows and it just like felt like super inaccessible to ever be that person up there. And even like to this day, like I've grown more and more comfortable with it, but like I am really not. I had no desire to like be on stage. Like it gives me a lot of anxiety. Like I remember I was thinking about this yesterday, our first show, I was like in the green room downstairs at Casa del Popolo and I was just crying. And
Yeah.
so, like people walked down and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like just freaking out. But yeah, it was just kind of a thing where I had gone to a Kennedy show and Matt had passed me the mic and I had like screamed my little heart out at that point. And somebody took a video. Destiny took a video? Was it Destiny?
Yeah, it was Destiny.
Yeah. Destiny took a video and sent it to Giuliano because he was looking for a vocalist for Crosscheck. And kind of that's all she wrote. Like I went to like quote unquote audition. But like at that point, like I couldn't scream. And I really was not thinking that I wasn't thinking when I went to the first jam that like we would eventually be on a stage. Like I thought that it was going to be like our trajectory to me feels kind of like crazy. Like even like the first show that we played, like I know people were like itching to get back to moshing for sure. And like that played a part in it. But like I was expecting to like play to like a couple of people, not like a packed room our first show. So
That show was crazy though.
that show was so sick. That was such an awesome show.
That's like top 5 favorite shows I've ever
Yeah.
played.
Yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, TLDR did not want to be a vocalist at all. But I'm happy that we're here.
You were in the band already before you auditioned anyway. Like we had already made up our minds like it's a cool voice.
Well, I just remember Giuliano
nice.
Giuliano texted me and was like, we found a vocalist. We're auditioning her like this week. And I was like, but if you're what they're already in the band. So it was funny.
Yeah.
I was like, because Giuliano was texting me. I think Josh might have been messaging me about it too. Because I met Josh like when he joined, he started jamming with Crosscheck.
Yeah.
And then we were trying to start like a Super Heaven type band.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't take off. So was there somebody else that I was talking to from Crosscheck? No.
Me?
You but I didn't really talk to Luca.
No.
Because y'all did that like right after Immersion kind of.
Yeah. Crosscheck was kind of like, honestly, like, because Immersion was like our deathcore band, and then that just, it fell to the side. And then it was like a couple days later, it was David, came up to me. He's like, so I'm guessing you're going to want to move out of the jam room now, huh? I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, since you're not like doing any bands. I was like, no, I'm staying. And like Crosscheck was kind of like, here it is, my revenge. Like, I'm going to go assemble my Avengers right now. Oh, yeah. That's about it.
Yeah. I mean, I remember that first show and it was crazy. Like the reaction that y'all got.
Yeah.
Because I think it was Freezer Burn's first show as well.
Yeah, it was.
And Jard had to play after y'all, which was
before us.
They played right before us. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say if I would have had to play after y'all, I would have been scared.
It's crazy. Like I was expecting to open that show. It started off as a regular 4-band bill, but then like it evolved into like everyone's favorite 6-band bill, you know?
You were partially to blame for that.
Maybe.
Because anyway, I just remember it getting out of hand and we were like, well, I guess we'll play.
Yeah. Shout out to Tristan from Obelisk for like asking me to even play that first show. He asked me at Madhouse, the first one. And then I instantly went to Morgan of Freezer Burn, asked them, are you guys thinking you'll be ready to play a show? And they said, like, we could play a 10-minute set. I'm like, perfect.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
But then you also asked Bruiserweight to play.
No, that was Tristan actually asked Bruiserweight to play because Tristan asked Ryan.
Tristan did.
Yeah.
And then who got Trauma Model?
Me.
Okay.
It was funny because Mitch showed up to the first Madhouse. It was the same day that we got asked to play that first show. And like, I turn around, I just see this very jovial. I love Mitch. Mitch is the best. He's so nice. He just randomly showed up behind me. I was like, oh, wow. It's just like coincidence. I need to talk to you for a second.
It's Kismet.
What?
It's Kismet.
What's that?
Means it was like meant to happen.
Oh, I never heard that before.
Because you're not white enough.
I'm what?
You're not white enough.
Okay.
You know, there's like certain vocabulary words where you gotta be real, real, real white to know them. I think Kismet's one of those.
Yeah, I do.
I'm just playing.
Okay.
So we got a new EP coming out.
We do.
I know all of the songs, but I don't know what it's called. What's the name of the EP?
The name of the EP is If You're Not Afraid, Then Why Are You Shaking?
Long sentence. Actually, a regular sentence.
That's not really silence.
It's not a long. It's not a long sentence. It's a sentence.
I was just trying to register like what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
It's very long.
Yeah, it's very long.
But I think in the genre that you guys are kind of related to, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I could see cross check on like a Sharp Tone Records kind of thing.
That would be cool.
Wouldn't that be cool?
We're trying to get visas eventually, so
It ain't that
that'd be
hard,
sick.
boss.
I know it's not that hard. It's just Josh needs a passport first of all. So
Josh needs a passport. Josh, if you're listening to this, get your passport.
yeah, I text
Josh,
him
get
like
your
every
passport.
other
You're
day.
a grown man.
Yeah, no. He actually has one. He just lost it, so he needs to get a new one.
How can you be an adult and not have a passport? I know so many people in the States that don't have passports. I'm like, but you're 30.
Mm.
You don't have a passport. Like, how are you going to see the world?
They're not.
They're not.
Also,
Are you going-
really important for American people to get their passports right now because crazy times.
I saw something that they're speculating that martial law might be declared on 420.
On 420?
Yeah.
Why?
To stop the Blazers, man.
That's crazy.
The number one public enemy of the US is weed.
Mm.
Yeah.
So politics
guess.
aside,
Yeah.
Politics.
get out while you still can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very. And who did y'all record the EP with?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Stop. That's
Just
so
kidding.
mean.
Just
We recorded with Grayson.
from Balance.
Yay. You're so frustrating. No, I'm just kidding.
You love me.
I love you.
I
Yeah.
will let me hop in and say really fantastic recording experience. Specifically because I was allowed to hold the mic and that was awesome. Because in the past, like especially like I'm not just like yelling random stuff. Like I'm
Like torture.
yeah, like I've like there's a bit of like emotionality that goes into things that's really hard to recreate when you're like stock solid in front of a mic and trying not to move and stay the same distance away. And that always like made recording really hard for me, and being able to like kind of like be fluid and move with this was like really cool.
Yeah,
And the vibes were awesome. So thanks.
it was good. It was good vibes. I always liked, because when I record vocals, I prefer to hold the mic as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll put it on a stand, but I'll keep my hand on the
Yeah.
stand. I think that in a lot of like studios, people don't like that. They want you to have the mics like all isolated and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if you're doing like certain types of music, that's important. But I find in like more emotional types or like expressive forms of music that it's way more it's way more important to have the musician or the vocalist comfortable in like their performance, because then you're gonna get a much better performance
Yeah,
out
for
of it.
sure.
And then anything that comes with the movement and the motions or anything, that's just a part of the record. Like it's not
Yeah.
it's not like you have to make the most clean, like precise recording thing.
Yeah.
I think it's more about capturing the whole emotion and like physical experience of what was going on in the studio. And I think
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's
that
no
is-
shade to like like we recorded our demo and our single like with David, but
Yeah, that was awesome.
that's
Yeah.
just it's different recording techniques,
Yeah.
you know.
yes.
Yeah.
But it was a blessing
Yeah.
to work with y'all. I really
was fun.
enjoyed it. We spent a lot of time together. Got some
yes.
got some tacos.
Got some
Oh,
tacos.
yeah. I actually went back to Chilanga yesterday after work.
Was it good?
Like, yeah, I got a burrito and sopes.
And sopes?
Yeah. Yeah, I was sick.
The burrito is huge.
Yeah, I only ate half after the sopes.
That's what I usually get, one and split it in half, and then I'll eat one for one, like half for 1 meal and a half.
Yeah, I ate the other half when I got home from practice yesterday. So
Y'all were practicing yesterday?
I practiced by myself.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You sent me a photo.
Yeah.
So you text me a lot.
What? I knew Grayson before he was cool. Anyone who's listening out there. So
I'm still not cool. I don't know.
I don't know.
Like in
I knew Grayson from Chuzo.
fuck, dude.
Say it 3 times. Beetlejuice.
He'll appear.
Oh God.
Yeah, they're still going. They have a female vocalist.
They're still
They're still kicking, but it's almost like, when you kind of step on a roach and then it like flips over on its back and its legs are like kicking out all crazy, but it's still alive, but it's like barely there.
well, it's like
That's how
nuclear war. The only things that are going to survive are like Keith Richards and a cockroach. So
and Twinkies.
Twinkies, yeah, too. Yeah.
Anyway, that's very much in the past.
Yeah. So
Horrible.
that's why I text Grayson a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. And your contact in my phone, the picture is you put your face on Vicente Fernandez.
Yeah.
So
I love Vicente Fernandez. He's like in my top 5 of like Apple wrap up things like every year. It's crazy.
I in my phone, like contact and on Facebook Messenger, Josh's name is Dwayne Rob Johnson.
Okay.
Nice.
Because we were like talking one day about Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but then we were also talking about Matchbox 20. And Matchbox 20, his like last name is what the fuck's his name? I can't remember. Anyway, I said like Dwayne Rob Johnson, and he like lost it.
Yeah.
So then I was like, this is funny. So
you made Josh laugh?
That's what I was gonna say. It's like a good bit if Josh laughs, because he's so stoic and serious.
I've only heard him like actually belly laugh maybe like a couple times. And
when I did Sold Out this past weekend, he laughed a lot.
Yeah.
But I think it's also because I'm kind of stupid. So I'll just say things that he thinks I'm being serious, and that makes him laugh.
Yeah.
So my wife.
My
wife just left.
My wife.
Sorry. Yeah. Now I've recorded 2 cross-check, like team cross-check records.
Yeah.
So, but I think I think the cross-check record is the most satisfied I have ever been with like anything I've recorded and mixed.
Yeah, you mixed it too, and it sounds pretty sick. I like it.
I'm hyped on it.
I'm excited.
March 28th. Wait, when is this getting released?
The week after, you insisted.
Oh, it's true. Yeah.
Shouldn't it come out the week after so that we can talk about it?
Last week, yeah.
So let's go track by track. We're gonna listen to it. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have to do it. But I think Hannah, you conceptualize a lot, like lyrically, which is very different than like I think me and a lot of hardcore vocalists do. We just kind of like spit off the dome. But
yeah,
I can tell like listening to your lyrics, it's very like kind of poetic and like meaningful. So what is like the writing process for you? Do you kind of just have an idea and then fit it to the song, or do you have the song first? There's
kind of like 2 things that happen for me. Like it's either in jam, I'm listening to like the finished product of a song over and over and over again, and there's one part that I can envision like some sort of thing. And I like I would use like placeholder words, like just to get like the punches of whatever it is. And then I could like build from around that. But this more recent lyric writing for this EP was like really tough. I was like super stuck. And like I studied creative writing and English literature at Concordia, and like so I write poetry. So I have like this like stack of like untapped things that could be used as lyrics, but like the way that my brain works around it is like once something's written as a poem, in my head it has the cadence of how that poem sounds, and so I can't really use it, like I can't switch it into lyric writing. So I was like really stuck. So what I did this time around was I started writing the songs. I hated them. And it's kind of like, it was like writing a paper. Like you kind of like, as you're writing, you figure out what the thing is about, like like what's the main thing. So like for House of Grief and for Underbelly, I wrote the 2 full lyrics. and then found the part that was what the song was about, and then erased all of the rest of the stuff and rewrote from there. But I just find lyric writing like really frustratingly, it's weird because it's like I feel like there's like a little bit of like insecurity in me of like feeling like the lyrics don't really have a, like, they're not typical hardcore lyrics, right? And so sometimes I feel like, am I being too much here? But like, I know that like it is what it is, and that's what our band is, and that's great. But yeah, I find lyric writing really, it's never fun. It's always frustrating until it's over.
Self-doubt is like part of any artist, you know?
Yeah,
so.
For sure.
What I hate about it is when you do record it and everything, and then you kind of like put it out, and then you're glued to it.
Yeah.
But then later you think like, I definitely should have changed this part.
It's like having an argument like 2 weeks later in the shower. It's like, oh shit, I should have said that.
I should have said this.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I mean, your lyrics are much more challenging than mine for sure. Cause I'm like, I don't feel like I'm not smart enough to do, like, I find the rhythm and I'm like glued to it, and I cannot change off of the rhythm. So I'm envious of that. Plus,
I mean, like, I think
your
is
band
like
was nice enough to give you time to.
Real. Well, I think I really stressed them out at the same time because it was like, it was the night before we went in for the first day of recording vocals that I had finalized the lyrics for House of Grief. So like, it was like down to the wire there. Like, I couldn't, I was so blocked for so long, but they gave me my space. They trusted me that I would pull through with some lyrics, and I did. So
yeah, I think it came out really, really well. Like, I love the whisper talking.
Oh yeah, that was so fun. That was such a great idea on your end.
Well, it was cool. I was like, we can do this. This is cool.
Yeah, this is cool.
Listen, I'm out here trying to make every Montreal band sound like the best band. My goal.
But I'll go down trying.
It may not work, but I damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the EP is out when this comes out. It came out Friday. What do you think the reaction? No, I'm just kidding.
People are gonna hate it.
It's coming out on Be About It.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out Destiny.
Shout out
Are y'all
Destiny.
doing tapes?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're doing tapes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna have them on our run that we're doing April 11, 12, and 13. So, yeah, if you want a physical piece of it, come get it. Show up at the gig. No holds. No holds. Show up at the gig.
Come get a piece of that cross check.
Yeah.
Oh God, sorry.
Come get a piece. I'll be there.
In Niagara.
My camera doing this shit.
Yeah, I don't know
see
why.
this right now? I
Blurry.
keep blurring. It's
But then
drunk.
when it unblurs, it's like crystal. Yeah, look at that. That's like
I
quality.
can see your
It's
pores.
because it's AI. That's why.
Ew, what do you mean?
Ew.
Like, my camera does AI focusing. Like, it's not.
That's freaky.
That's cool. Oh, yeah.
Okay, there
I
it
can see.
goes. You see that shit?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's on Amazon, and it probably can. It's selling my face to China.
Yeah,
Probably.
for sure.
Your face is going to be on some sort of like ED medication, and you don't even know.
It's fine. I'm almost there anyway. So
You're not that old. You are my old head, but you're not that old.
I don't understand how I am your old head. I'm only like, how old are you?
I'm 29.
Yeah, I'm 3 years older than you. There's no
I
way
know.
that I'm your old
I
head.
just like saying it because of this reaction.
If anything, John is your old head.
Yeah. John is I'm learning a lot from John. So
Just don't get too into Integrity, because he's like, Integrity's the
I love
best
it.
band.
Integrity's
And I'm
sick.
like, yeah, they're sick, but it's not like the best band.
Hey, that's your opinion. Let people be.
Nah,
You know.
I just think there's better bands. Like, I like Integrity, but I think that there's better bands than Integrity. It's just
To each
John
their
Wall.
own. I
John
love Lamb
writes-
of God.
Yeah, but they're a good band.
So is Integrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not like Biohazard.
They're
Biohazard
different.
is a good band.
Very good, man.
aside from the April release run, Montreal. Was Montreal Toronto?
Montreal, Toronto, Niagara.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What else do y'all have cooking?
We're playing Pooza Fest
Yeah,
March,
on
not
May
March, May
17th.
May 17th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Hamilton for a festival in July.
I'll be there as well.
We have some things maybe cooking for May, but we'll see. It's hard booking. We all have full-time jobs, you know, so we're booking like by dropping into people's DMs sometimes, or if people like reach out to us. And sometimes coordinating schedules is hard. Like I wish it could be easier, but you know, it is what it is. Eventually,
We were trying to go out to the Maritimes this summer, but it just kind of fell through, like in terms of availability and like, you know, like going down there from what I've heard from the people we spoke to trying to book is like you really have like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and there's not really a point of having a show any other day.
Yeah.
So it's like hard to like, you know, get us all out there with all of our gear, you know, so kind of fell through, but hopefully we'll make it out there soon.
Yeah, one of these days.
Yeah.
Eventually, Maritimes, maybe try to go a little more west in Canada, try to get our visas. We've actually had a band like bully us online, not bully us, but like they randomly posted like, hey, everyone, go like bug and bully cross-check to get visas so they could come play like these cities with us.
They're from Plattsburgh. Fuck, I forget their name.
We're playing Plattsburgh, I think, in May.
Oh, no way.
Sick.
But it might be that band. I don't think
But do you have to go through the point of entry all the way over there and then come back down? Because that's crazy.
What do you mean?
Like, because remember you were saying with the visas, you have to cross a specific border every time?
Oh, but we're playing Buffalo first.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So you make your way there.
It's not like on the way home. Instead of just driving back and no show on Sunday, we're going to play a show and then like drive back that same night.
I mean, we're trying. We're going at the pace that we can, you know, maintain. We'll get there.
Respect.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Oh, yeah, it was shortchanged.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they had asked us to come out like last year, but we didn't have our visas. And then they were like, who else has visas? And I was like, I think the only Montreal band I know that has visas right now is Bruiserweight. So I was like,
they hit us up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? You're welcome.
Yeah, they were trying to get us to play a show, but we couldn't swing it.
Yeah.
It was like really last minute, and I think I had to work.
Yeah.
So usually if we try to book like months in advance so that it's able to be like, okay, I need this day off.
Yeah.
It's hard. It was hard booking shows when we first started being a band because I just like going into random people's like messages like, hey, I'm in this band with these people. Do you want to play a show together? No answers. And then sometimes people would answer.
Yeah. I hate getting left on either in the requests or on red.
That's recent. Only as of recently, it's like message requests.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it sucks.
Well, I hope that you guys can get visas. I hope that we're able to still go to the States on our visas because they've been doing a bunch of weird fuck shit.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't need visas. Who knows with how shit's going.
51st state. It's crazy. Well, Hannah, Giuliano, we are rapidly approaching the finish line. I really appreciate you guys hanging out on Saturday morning. And I'm very excited to see the response to the EP. It's not out yet, so I have to say it that way because
in the future,
people will be listening. So, yeah, shout out Be About It.
Shout out Be About It.
Thank you, Destiny.
I'm going to the show tonight. Are y'all going?
I'll see you there, Grayson.
I'm going to try, see if I can get a ticket at the door.
I had to get one online.
I'm giving the drum kits, so.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that you're doing that. Yeah. Well, have fun with that.
I've been doing that recently, but like, maybe I should get everyone to start, like everyone who uses it to like sign my kick drum so I could put it like in the Smithsonian for Montreal hardcore in the future. It's cool. That'll be funny.
Okay.
Huh?
I'm just kidding. The inside. You got to do the inside of the kick
inside
drum.
of the kick?
Yeah, on the
They're
wood.
gonna have to stick their hand into the
hole.
hole. Stick your hand
Into
in the
the
hole.
ether.
They gotta stick their hand into the ether to sign it.
Stick your
Yes.
hand in the hole.
Okay.
I just got one last question before we wrap it up.
Yeah. Shoot.
What is your favorite city for beans and breakdowns?
Oh my God. Can I tell you something? I listened to a couple of podcasts of yours in preparation for this podcast because I was scared.
Okay.
And
I'm scared.
this is the one question that I was like, okay, you have to like figure this out. And I forgot. So Giuliano,
write it down.
Giuliano, you go first.
I haven't really traveled a lot yet, but
You're
like,
30.
I know I'm 30, but like not everyone has the privilege, I guess. I don't know.
You never been to the homeland?
No, I have not. It's expensive and like 8 hours on a plane, scary.
Wait, is your family from Sicily?
No, no, we're not from Sicily. See, look, this is a thing. Another thing. You just open up a can of worms.
Okay, close the can of worms though.
Wait.
Okay, yeah. Anyways.
Because you're from somewhere that's like next to Sicily, but not Sicily.
At all. Okay, maybe no. The thing is,
Show me where you're from on the boot.
anyone who's Italian and not from Sicily, and if you think they're from Sicily, they're gonna have this reaction I just did. Where I'm not Sicilian. There's nothing wrong with Sicilians. I just don't know why I have this embedded in my soul to react this way if people think I'm Sicilian. I'm partially Abruzzese and Napolitan, and that's like middle of the boots.
I forgot because I've been to Napoli.
Oof, Maroon. Okay, wow.
It's a big city.
Okay, yeah, well, like
Are you okay
going to
now?
Niagara for the first time last year to play a show was my first time ever seeing the falls.
Holy shit, dog.
Yeah, so that's why I like playing music and hardcore. I get to see things, even though it's just the falls. I think they're cool. Eventually, I'll see more.
Eventually.
One of these days.
You'll see all of the wonders of Canada. So
Yeah.
What is your favorite city for beans and breakdowns?
Oh, yeah, that question. Montreal, I guess I have to say,
That's
we
fine.
got a lot of good coffee here. Like,
Good city.
I used to work for, like, you're Grayson from Balance, but I was also Giuliano from Balance, where I used to be the delivery person for them. So I used to go to like the Canadian Roasting Society and all these little cafes and smell the nice beans. So yeah, coffee's pretty good in Montreal, and yeah, breakdowns in Montreal are pretty sick too. We got a lot of good local bands, got a lot of shows. Sometimes our city gets skipped and people get mad at that, but you know what? Maybe show up more and we'll be unskippable.
Yeah. Stop trying to get in the shows for free.
Yeah.
Become unskippable.
Donate a drum kit, and that's how you get into the show for free.
Hannah, did you remember yours?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to be like so boring and say the exact same thing. Like I am just like a Montreal lover, like en tabarnak. Like I love this city. I would never move. I like Toronto too, but it's way too big for me.
Mm-hmm.
So beans, Montreal, I would prefer to be in the plateau perhaps, or just not in the West Island for beans. And then breakdowns, I also choose Montreal because I love my city.
Represent.
Yeah.
514 Ice Island, baby.
Well, yeah. Like
Are
our original merch was product of MTLHC with like, it was like a ripoff of the product of New York from Incendiary with the casket, except we had a traffic cone because
I remember that.
everyone knows we got construction and cones here. So
That's a whole other thing. The construction. You know how much a cone costs per day?
a lot,
insane.
like $600 a day, I think.
$6 a day.
$6 a day.
But they
Yeah.
sit there.
Do you know
Yeah.
how many cones there is estimated are in Montreal right now?
A lot.
2 million.
That's crazy.
So somebody's making $12 million a day.
Insanity. Corruption.
What
Probably.
a great way to make money.
I wonder who it is. Probably somebody from Laval.
Or Vito. Yeah.
My-
Wait, Grayson, have you ever shared on the pod what your favorite beans and breakdown city is?
Yeah, it's Montreal
Oh, Slay.
because it's
Sick.
the best city.
Yeah, it's the best city. Not the breathiness afterwards. Just
It's the best city. I
Oh, God.
also give a shout out to Aarhus in Denmark.
Oh, Slay. My mom's going to Denmark in
Aarhus.
April.
What?
My mom's going to Denmark in April.
Denmark is the sickest country ever.
Yeah, super cool vibes.
Really chill. People are chill.
It seems like Denmark, Sweden, and like Switzerland, they're always like super like indifferent about like all these conflicts around the world. I never hear anything from them.
Chilling. They're just chilling in the Arctic with their like Michelin stars and like their coffee and overpriced everything, but it's really good.
That's awesome.
Sweden is a little too vanilla. It's a little too.
I've never been.
It's a little too white. You know, there's not a lot of flavor going on.
I'll take your word for it, but one of these days maybe I'll figure it out.
I liked Oslo. Oslo, Norway is pretty sick.
I love Norway. Is so cool.
Like, they love Satan.
I know. Yeah, watching the Metal Headbangers Journey, the section where he goes to Norway and the customs guy asks him, "Are you doing a documentary on black metal?" That's pretty sick. That's a nice introduction to a country.
Well, in the fucking airport, like the tourism ad, it's like this like.
It's Gal with a nice like glass of wine saying "Welcome to Norway."
Absolutely not. What it is is it's like they have these like people walking through the forest, and then they are like painted in corpse paint. Like it pans sick. Up, and they've got corpse paint on, and then it says like "Welcome to Norway." What is that?
Whoa! What the hell is that?
Whoa!
Welcome to Norway.
Is it this?
I blow kisses at you. So but then the Norway, like it changes to a black metal logo, like on the thing.
That's so hard.
It's sick. It's everywhere.
I like how Norway embraces themselves, I guess.
When I was there, like it was 3 a.m. and the sun was up.
What the hell? No wonder they're making black metal. They just want to sleep.
Well, it never gets dark in the summer, but then in the winter it's dark like from like 2 p.m. until like
30 days of night.
8 p.m.
It's like Alaska.
30 nights of violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like Alaska. But anyway, Copenhagen and Aarhus, very cool. Well, guys, peoples, thank you very much for hanging out.
Thank you for having us, Grayson.
For having us, yeah.
I'll see y'all tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's beat each other up.
Let's not.
Yeah.
I don't want another broken nose.
Not you. Like Grayson and I beat the shit out of each other at shows.
I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna punch you.
Yeah. You spin kicked me once in my solar plexus. Oh, that was a good one.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Beans and Breakdowns. I want to say a huge thanks to Hannah and Giuliano for hanging out on the podcast. Be sure to check out If You're Not Afraid, Then Why Are You Shaking? The EP available on all streaming platforms tomorrow, Friday, March 24th. If you've enjoyed the podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. You can find out more information about the podcast by following us on Instagram at Beans and Breakdowns or on the web at beansandbreakdowns.com. Until next week, be sure to stay caffeinated and wake the fuck up.